Nice hand for Pete Correale, ladies and gentlemen. Pete Correale.
I just moved here from New York. If you can't tell, I'm from New York because of my Kansas accent. Let me get that out of the way right now. Back on the smokes, man. $6 for cigarettes out here. That's like fucking free. I live in New York City. They're up to $12 a pack. You understand what I'm saying? People still try to bum them off you. That's what's really insane. I was in front of a restaurant having a cigarette, and some guy comes up to me, and he's like, "Can I get a cigarette?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're not doing that anymore, bro." I'm like, $12 a pack. You got a better chance of getting an 8-ball of cocaine off me at these prices. I'm smoking a little weed lately just to save a couple bucks. Trying to get off them, though. I want to live as long as possible. That's the key. My wife's grandmother just came to visit us in New York City. 87-year-old Polish woman from Buffalo. I know, right? I love this lady to death, but as you can imagine, she walks like 2 miles an hour. And she wanted to go see Ground Zero, but I didn't want to go all the way down there. It's the hell would I just took her to a construction site in my own neighborhood.
What did you do before you got into comedy?
I worked front desk at a hotel.
Yeah.
It was called the Southgate Tower Hotel in Manhattan. It was across the street from Madison Square Garden.
Oh, nice.
But I wanted to do stand-up as soon as, like, that's why I worked there, just to have a day job so I could do stand-up at night. It was like, I didn't want to do that.
And who was the most famous person you checked in at that hotel?
Keanu Reeves, but he was with his band Dog Star.
Oh, nice. Those guys are good. Did they trash the room?
No, man. It was all right.
What is the average tip for a bellman to bring your bags up to the room?
Oh, man. Well, I don't know. It used to, I was never a bellman. I was just working
I know, but
front
don't those
desk.
guys like talk to you and say, "Yeah, that guy was cheap," or you know?
Yeah, but it was like, you know, one bellman used to work over at the Plaza, and he would say how Jim Carrey wanted to post every day. He goes, "Every day," and this guy's post. "Every day, I bring up Jim Carrey to post. Gives me $100 bill every day for the post." So, you know, and then someone else could give you $5 once when they check in, and that's cool too. So it's in New York City.
That
It's
doesn't
irrelevant.
matter.
What about you, man? Because it's like, you know, you've done some stuff and done some great stuff, and then all of a sudden Weeds kicks in, and that's a big hit, and now you come in, and now there's like, especially if someone serves you and they go, "I'm a huge fan," that means ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
pit me,
that's
pit
right.
me,
That's
pit me.
right. I like the waiters, you know, it doesn't matter who you are. The crappy waiters. And then as it comes time, like, bring the bill, they're really nice. "Well, I hope you enjoyed your meal. Is there anything else I can get you?" You know, you're all working for the tip at the last minute,
Yeah, it's crazy.
you know.
There's too much tipping going on. Everybody's got a goddamn tip jar out wherever you go.
That's right. Everywhere you go, there's a tip jar.
Yeah, man.
Except at McDonald's.
My question is, when you go to a restaurant and you get your food to go, do you have to tip to go? Fuck no, right? But they always give you a check with the part that says tip, and I'm like, wait, why you got the thing that says tip? I'm not tipping.
I know.
I didn't need your services. I'm taking the shit home.
If you carry it home for me, I'll tip you.
Oh my God. Even when I'm in a cab, I always give a cab in New York City, usually at this point, because they're such a ripoff, I'll give them the difference. Like if
Is it a ripoff? The cabs are a ripoff?
They're too brutal now. They're too brutal.
The meters aren't gauged like with a taxi commission?
Yeah, but the actual price of a cab is like it's like
Oh, right.
It's just insane. I've had flights that cost less than the cab home from the airport to
Really?
my apartment. And I live in Manhattan. I don't live like way out
And
in
then
the
at
middle of
night they
Queens.
charge an extra. When I was there, it was 50 cents.
Yeah. I was in a cab once, and the guy hit a huge pothole, and the whole cab bottomed out and stalled out, and the airbag exploded. My brother was in the front seat. So my brother had the airbag on him. Me, my wife, and my brother's wife were in the back. And here's the best part. We all get out. The cab is smoking. I'm like, "Everyone get out, get out, get out." And then the cab looks over, and he wants money. He wanted the money up until that point. I'm like, "You didn't get me to my destination." And he still wanted what the meter said before we exploded.
Pete Correale, ladies and gentlemen. Little slice of New York right there, man. I love it.